Hi, I'm Mark McPherson. Welcome to one of my blogs in the series, 52 Blogs in 52 Weeks, with each blog being about one of my 52 types of people who are poorly behaved and at times downright difficult. This blog is all about a person I call the Entrapper, and it's number 43 in my series of 52 people. So, before we go any further, yes, I think I just made that word up, the Entrapper, but it comes from the idea of entrapment. Now, many of us will know exactly what entrapment is if we've watched enough American-style cops and robbers shows. It's where, for example, someone wants to do something illegal, kill someone, they want to hire a hitman or buy some illegal drugs or sell some illegal drugs, something like that, and they're in a pub or wherever, the hotels in some place, and they get onto someone and they go through the system and hire a hitman. And lo and behold, the hitman they've hired is an undercover police officer, and of course then they're charged with conspiring to kill someone or whatever the charge is. So the defence is, well, they wouldn't have done that terrible thing except that police officer, undercover police officer, enticed them into doing it or encouraged them to do it or tricked them into doing it. That's their defence. I'm no solicitor. Don't pretend to be a lawyer in any regard. My understanding is, though, that in the United States there is some sort of law about entrapment. In Australia there isn't a specific law as such. But I'll leave that for other people to debate and look up on Google or whatever. So, what am I talking about here? Well, I'm talking about a person, for example, in the workplace who is of two types. The first type is the type that sort of encourages you, pushes you, entices you, coerces you to do something wrong. And I have an example of that for you. The second type is where someone sets you up to look bad or to do something wrong. And you don't know about it until it hits the fan, as they say. So let's go back to this first type. Now, this a woman a little while ago was a professional assistant, personal assistant, executive assistant, whatever the correct term was for her, that she said that she was asked by her boss in rather forceful terms to falsify some company records. Now, what she's being asked to do is on some sort of a continuum, isn't it? You know, down here we've got the bit about just a white lie. Oh yeah, I sent that email, the check's in the mail or whatever it happens to be. It's still wrong. But up here we go into the areas of criminal activity and fraud, not just breaking policies and procedures, but perhaps criminal activity. So this person down here, right, felt that they were definitely being asked and pushed to do something wrong. Terrible, terrible situation. She felt terrible about it. She didn't know what to do because, after all, her boss was sort of asking her to do this. What are you supposed to do? Well, many of us will simply turn around and say no, but she felt very conflicted about this. Now, this second type is actually something that happened to me where I was set up. A while ago, or many years ago now, I was working for somebody who asked us to get out of our office and get out there and meet people in the regions. We're too central focused. You know, we've been criticised for that, need to get out there. So someone else in the organisation, myself, said, well, okay, we better do it then. And so we contacted someone in a region in our state to go and do that. And lo and behold, our boss found out about it and went crazy about it. We were in trouble because we were going behind her back and all sorts of things. You know, we're only doing what she asked us to do. She didn't give us any other rules and regulations or procedures to follow, except just get out there and meet people and get their opinion and stuff like that. So then you end up looking bad. So there are those two types, okay? The one where you're coerced, you're knowingly being pushed into something, and the second type where you're being set up and after the event you can look as though you're doing the wrong thing. Complicated looking after, it's very complicated trying to deal with the entrapper because quite often they're in positions of power, and that's why when I help people deal with bad behaviour and difficult people, one of my three prongs or three components of my attack on this is in the third section where we look at the issue of power and decision making, etc. And power has to be looked at because it's really, really important. If you'd like to talk about the entrapper, how to deal with them, how to deal with any of my other 52 types of poorly behaved people, or you just want to have a chat to get something off your chest about them, please give me a call. Go to my website, it's the easiest. Go to my contact page. There's a number of ways of contacting me there. So please do. I look forward to having a chat with you. Whatever you're up to, whatever you're doing, look after your family, look after your friends, look after your colleagues at work. All the very best, and I do hope to chat to you soon. See you later.